Hey, what is up, guys? Raven here. So we kind of know that the DCEU, right, or the DC Cinematic Universe, or how they called it, was a bit of a disaster, right? They tried too many things, right? They tried to, bring two fantastic storylines into Batman v Superman, into many other things. It was just a lackluster, right? And we kind of know that it was not really good, especially right now when we see how like Zack Snyder wanted Justice League to look, right, which is absolutely gorgeous. And now we got, because we were all thinking, are they even going to reboot it? Maybe they're going to start it all over again. And we kind of have our answer because, well, upcoming movie Flash will actually reboot the whole DCEU. So let's just get to the news right over here on Bounding into Comics. And there we go, the Flash will reboot the DCEU, may lead to the rebirth of the Justice League. And here, one key thing to notice: rebirth is from capital letter, because honestly, and the DC rebirth in general, as again, something that happened after New 52, was not that bad. I really did enjoy the stories. Maybe it was not as good as the beginning of the New 52 because it was great, right? The Court of Owls storylines, others, but the rebirth actually quite good. Not gonna lie, Kovac even enjoyed it. So that is something I would love to see, just the DC going to the rebirth era of the comic books. And, again, this is the newest one, so people will actually kind of like be able to figure out, and then maybe later incorporating something as like DC metal, death metal, who knows. But let's just jump into that news. So fans who have asked whether or not the upcoming The Flash movie would reboot Warner Bros. Floundering DC Extended Universe, that's why EU, have finally had their questions answered at the second DC fandom event, because right now there are those fandoms, sort of like digital conventions event held this past weekend. Producer Barbara Muschietti acknowledged that The Flash will restart everything and doesn't forget anything. So again, we all wanted kind of to be a Flashpoint, like we wanted kind of a Flashpoint paradox, right? And I kind of hope they are doing the Flashpoint paradox, because that was the beginning of the New 52 that then became the rebirth, and then went to the Doomsday Clock, and then we kind of learned what happened in the last issue of the Doomsday Clock, right? So super excited for that. But what I will tell you, that it's a ride. It's going to be a fun, exciting, and there are a lot of DC characters in it. So maybe a Flashpoint, who knows? But that would be great. Well, so many things just jumping at me. Make no mistake, as despite the numerous heroes rumored to appear in the film, Muschietti assured fans that the Flash is the superhero of this film, and explained that he is the bridge between all of these characters and timelines. Right? I'm gonna sneeze, I do apologize. Oh, wow. They're like cutting grass outside and like sneezing the whole day. So Muschietti assurance aligned with Jeff Jones' originally celebrated story arc that restarted the DC comic continuity into the New 52 and provides more evidence that Barry Allen is the key of the DCEU referenced in the Snyder films rather than Lois Lane. So again, Flashpoint paradox. By the way, if you haven't read the Flashpoint paradox, go read it. It's a super cheap comic book, but so good. It's like really good comic book, and it's like a crisis type of deal. Really good. So, as for the timeless mentioned by almost, we don't want to buy Muschietti, it was by Muschietti. These are most likely those of the Snyderverse, where Barry Allen originates from, and the Michael Keaton Batman films, which will be represented in the film with an appearance of Keaton by Keaton himself, which does kind of make sense. Either them doing an old Batman, or they're doing the Thomas Wayne actually, right, as Batman. So we don't know that yet. So according to most reports, the Flash will follow Barry as goes back in time to save his mom in a time travel adventure that will see the speedster slam into alternate timelines and other relates, while dividing deeper and deeper into the DC multiverse. So again, this is almost a flag. I think they're going to do that. So, again, in Flashpoint, you got Barry Allen going back to save his mother. He saves his mother, But when he comes back, something happens, and he ends up in an alternative timeline where he has no powers, where actually Bruce died, right? So Bruce's mother becomes the Joker, Thomas uses the guns and is a Batman, right? You know, there's so many, Cyborg is like, almost a president. We've got Superman being held in a facility, right, and it's like super weak. It's, because they want to contain his powers. Like, super good comic book. We got Atlantis fighting Amazons. Great stuff. So I don't know if they're gonna do that to that degree, because that's a huge event. But maybe, if there's an event to start, that's the one. While the characters that will figure into the script, other than Keaton's Batman, Ben Affleck's Dark Knight, and Cyborg, despite Ray Fisher battle with the studio and proclaimed creative demands, currently remain a mystery. A new scoop from Geoxty Mikey Sutton may provide insight into the film's extended cast. According to his anonymous source, the Justice League will be reborn in the upcoming Flash film, and its membership drive will extend further than simply getting the band back together. So Flashpoint into the Justice League from the New 52, them seeing each other for the first time, but they had the Green Lantern, and we don't have a Green Lantern movie yet, so that's quite interesting. As far as the original members of the Justice League are concerned, fans can look forward to returns of Henry Cavill, great Gal Gadot, great Jason Momoa as Aquaman as well, that's really good. Though Gadot's rumored appearance has previously been reported, Momoa resurfacing from the depths as Aquaman is a fresh catch of news that pushes the Flash closer to a full-blown reunion of Snyder's Justice League. Yes, but again, like, if we're doing, those two, especially Gadot and Superman and Aquaman, you kind of Keaton, right, and Cyborg, that is literally kind of Flashpoint paradox. The rumor that Cavill will make an appearance in The Flash and the latest indication that the actor intends to take the iconic red cape out of the closet for another appearance as Krypton's last son, a return that seems beyond the realm of possibility until recently. Other rumors have suggested that Superman's next stop would be a combative appearance against Black Adam, if Sutton's last scoop is to be believed, a sequel to 2013 Man of Steel. Well, okay, again, Man of Steel was an okay movie. Along with Momoa's Aquaman, Snyder confirmed that Amber Heard will return as yeah, why not? Heard returns is unsurprising, as bouncing into comics recently reported that Heard was still attached to Aquaman 2 and the role of Queen Mera again, even though it happened with Johnny Depp and all the controversies, and literally everyone hating her, but it is what it is. The Anonymous Insider also confirmed Ray Fisher will reprise a role of Cyborg, as previously reported, but notes that Affleck's future with the Justice League is murky at best. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see Affleck. We're going to probably see a new Batman, or maybe we're going to have Pattinson. Sutton then states that while they have discussions with him directly, his Dark Knight movie for HBO Max, it's possible that the Flash will write him out of continuity in an attempt to officially pass the torch to the Dark Knight of the Batman's Robert Pattinson. So yeah, like, I don't mind Pattinson being Batman. I think Affleck was the best, but again, maybe Pattinson is gonna gain some muscles later on, and we're gonna see the whole evolution of the character. Don't mind that. AT&T wants to see Pattinson and Cavill team up for a world's finest adventure, developing a much less hostile relationship than what we've displayed in Dawn of Justice. Will Sutton also confirmed the appearance of the Earth-based Green Lanterns. There you go. Yeah. Follow-up scoop given a pop culture minefield on YouTube revealed that Jon Stewart is the Lantern wanted to the team due to the success of the Cartoon Network animated Justice League series. Perfect. I mean, this is great. Again, one of the topic of magical rivals, Black Adam and Shazam. Sutton started that cameo appearance. So literally, we slowly gonna get, again, here just, talking about Black Adam and Shazam itself. So we're slowly getting, into the point where they are going into phases, and they idea, because if it's done right, starting from Flashpoint going forward, there's so many good storylines that they can just pick from. Like literally, if they want to do a solo, we know we get in the Batman movie, but if they want to do something, you know, again later on, what they can do, Court of Owls, go for it. Just do a Court of Owls, amazing story. You know, that's like 2 movie storyline. There you go, right? If you want to go, you know, with the Justice League, right? So again, first Justice League comic book for the New 52 was them slowly, you know, finding each other out, learning about each other, and fighting Darkseid. Great storyline, you know, that's again 2-part movie right there, millions of dollars. Aquaman, the same thing, you know, Wonder Woman, the same thing, Superman, the same, just showing, just making it that way, right? So we got a few solo movies, you know, just building up the characters, like, hey, this is this character, this is the Green Lanterns, this is this. Then bam, Justice League, right? Then you go to another like solo movies, then bam, you know, another Justice League number 2, whatever there's so much to do. And honestly, I hope they will not screw it up. I want them to not screw up the Flashpoint, because it all looks like that's exactly what they're gonna do. And they have literally animated series of those events to be literally a script. It's like, hey, listen, let's just literally copy the animated, not the series, but like the animated movie, and let's just do it. It's not, you know, of course it's hard because, you know, again, all the effects and everything, but it would be amazing. And I honestly, people would understand what is going on, more or less, right? But at the same time, the fans would love it, and they would go crazy for it. And it would make millions, and especially in times like this, right? We saw what Mulan did, right? We need movie that is not trying to appeal to everyone. We need a movie that sticks to the actual story, if they want to do that story, of course, right? To sticks to the story that pleases the fans, and if there's a new person watching, all they gotta do is like, okay, that's the Flash. He goes back in time. Okay. Oh, so Bruce died. So like just a different angle of the stories that everyone knows, because like everyone knows Batman, everyone knows Superman, everyone knows their origins. So like you can go to whoever on the streets, and it was so many times repeated that everyone knows that. So it's not, you know, so you have the background for it, right? And maybe, just maybe, if 10% of those people would be like, you know what? I'm gonna pick up the Flashpoint Paradox, you know, I'm gonna read it, or I'm gonna go and check out my comic book store. You know, it was near me for like last 40 years, but yeah, I've never been there. Maybe I'm gonna go now and pick up one comic book. That would be fantastic. Of course, we know that this is not what happened with Marvel, right? You know, the fact that Marvel movies were like here, the comic book sales for Marvel, well, we're still at the same kind of level, maybe a bit higher, but not, you know, they didn't have this huge boost, right? Of course, you know, if the actor passed away, or if, you know, if like when Stanley passed away, like that, those were the boosts where they got, you know, like right now Black Panther, you know, selling a bit better because everyone wants it right now. But it goes to every single medium, right? Like, you know, Funko Pops, you know, whatever. So that's what I'm kind of thinking, and that's my point of view on that. So what do you guys think about it? Would you go to the movies to see that, to see a Flashpoint, or to see at least a something kind of like, just to, you know, just to reignite and just start over the DCEU that would finally be good, that would be literally like an Iron Man 1 to the whole Marvel universe. I would love to see that. But leave a comment in the comments down there below what you would like to say. In the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye, good night, have a fantastic rest of the day.